And time. Hello. 10 years ago, I was transformed. In 2013, I won my first National Barista Championship, and I went to Worlds the following year. On stage, I saw amazing baristas from around the world share the latest innovations in coffee, and backstage, I stood shoulder to shoulder with some of my coffee heroes. That experience transformed me. Something sparked. I came back from Worlds with an intense desire to make coffee better, and the last 10 years of my life have been devoted to constant experiments, which sometimes made the coffee taste worse, but often made something truly delicious. Judges, today, you will taste the culmination of my coffee journey. From that spark 10 years ago to this stage right here and right now. All of my coffees come from the Lamastus family. They've been producing coffee in Panama for over 100 years, which is a testament to their sustainability and their care for their land. Even after 100 years, they continue to innovate and improve, sharing and discussing new techniques with other producers. Now, judges, we're going to move around the score sheet quite a bit today, but don't worry, I'm going to guide you through the whole experience. There are also menus in front of you that have all the tasting notes for my courses. So let's get started by talking about the espresso. For this course, I've chosen a washed geisha from Alida Estate. Now, most producers, when they process a coffee, will dry it to between 10 and 12% moisture. This moisture content is not to make the coffee taste better, but to make it taste the same for a longer period of time. The espresso I'm going to serve you today was custom dried by the Lamastus family in a humidity-controlled darkroom to 15%. At this high moisture content, my coffee lost fewer volatile aromatic compounds due to evaporation. The result is an espresso that is super sweet and has a lovely, smooth mouthfeel. I am so excited for you to try it today. Now, since that spark in 2013, most of my focus on espresso has what I like to call post-extraction processing. What this means is what I do to the coffee after it's been extracted. Removing carbonic acid with a vacuum sealer and protecting espressos with syringes are just a few of the things I've done. And today, I will use one of my current post-extraction processes with one new one. And I can't wait to tell you about it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place all your espressos into these syringes. The syringes are going to protect the espresso from oxygen. They're going to remove carbonic acid. They're also going to mix the espresso, which is why there's no spoons in front of you today. And then, this is my new post-extraction process. I'm going to place everything into this 55.5 degree water bath. What the water bath is going to do is going to ensure that when I serve you the espresso, it's at the perfect drinking temperature. We'll let them sit in there for a bit, but for now, judges, if you want to move down to the milk section of the score sheet, I will tell you about my milk course. For the milk course, I've chosen a natural geisha from Marlborough Estate. After this coffee was picked, it was placed in a stainless steel tank for 7 days, which has given it an amazing intensity of flavor that is just perfect for the milk course. Now, judges, in 2017, I shared my freeze-distilled milk technique with the world. I did this not only because I wanted to make coffee better globally, but I also believe that amazing coffee should be more affordable and accessible for baristas and homebrewers. All you need to do to make amazing coffee is have a freezer and a jug of milk. Since that time, experiments with milk have continued, and I'm really excited to share my 2023 interpretation of this course, which is a caramelized milk blend. For the dairy portion, I'm using a lactose-free milk that I freeze-distilled by 50%. Now, I chose lactose-free milk because this milk contains more amounts of glucose, which makes it sweeter. But that's not the only reason I chose it. Now, judges, all milk has some amount of salt in it. This salt becomes concentrated when we freeze-distill because it will melt before the sugars and fats. This means that freeze-distilled milk can often be a little bit too salty. Glucose, however, melts at the same rate as salt. So not only is my milk sweeter, it is also less salty. After I freeze-distilled it, I placed it in a 60-degree water bath for 12 hours. This caramelized that glucose, giving a more harmonious balance with the caramelized sugars and Maillard products that are in my amazing Marlborough Natural Geisha. Now, judges, the other part of my milk blend today is oat milk. With the addition of plant-based milk this year, this course now has the opportunity to spark a new conversation around the sustainability of our industry. In my city, about 75% of our customers prefer the taste of regular dairy. This means that we have to be creative when serving our customers a drink that has lower environmental impact. My blend today is 66% of that freeze-distilled milk and 33% oat milk. At these proportions, it has the exact same flavor profile as a traditional dairy drink, but it uses less dairy. If this drink was served in my city, it would change the total amount of plant-based milk and it would increase it. This way, customers could still drink a traditional dairy drink, but with less impact on the planet. Now, judges, if you are ready, I will give you some notes from my milk course. In the milk today, you will taste chocolate ice cream, caramel, and strawberry. It has a sweet aftertaste that tastes like a chocolate-covered caramel. My only drinking instructions for this course, judges, is to please have a sip of water after you're done evaluating this course to make sure your palate is ready for the milk course, for the espresso course, sorry. My recipe today is 21 in, 38 out. This is where I found the best balance between this incredible caramelized milk and the delicious Alburo Gesha. Now, not only is Wilfred Lamastus, the producer of this coffee, a great producer, he's also an expert at drying coffee. Recent advancements in coffee drying technology have sparked a renaissance in the way producers treat coffee after it's been processed. Both of the Geshas I'm serving you today were dried in a humidity-controlled dark room. This protected them from UV light, which not only makes them taste more delicious, it makes it easier for me as a roaster to roast them. Coffees dried in this way mean that my coffee today had a more stable moisture, which made more of the coffee crack at the exact same moment. This gave me a roast with better consistency and flavor intensity. There you are. And judges, remember to have a sip of water after you're done evaluating this course. There, Stavros. You're welcome. And Nina, there you are. I'll be right back with your espressos. Judges, if you're ready, I'll give you some tasting notes for the espresso course. You will taste nectarine, pink grapefruit, and brown sugar. In the aftertaste, it is sweet and long with a note of grapefruit. The body is medium, and the texture is smooth and round. By placing your espressos in this water bath, I'm serving them about 5 degrees above body temperature. This is where I found the best taste balance and flavor clarity. Now, this high humidity, darkroom dried Gesha that has been improved by post-extraction processing has been a dream of mine to serve on this stage for many years. And thanks to the Lamastus family and our work together, I get to serve it to you today. I am so excited. Please enjoy these espressos. In a moment, I'm going to call you to the other table for the signature drink. There, Stavros. And there you are, Nina. You're welcome. Judges, please join me over on this table. There's a spot for each of you with one at the end. Don't worry about taking too many notes. There are menus there, and I'll give the tasting notes right at the end. So today, I have shared 10 years of my life's work on improving both espresso and milk courses. This journey is illustrated in front of you today. For my signature drink, I'm going to use these improved espresso milk courses as the main ingredients of my signature drink. So first off, I have 80 grams of that high humidity Alito washed geisha. It's sitting in a chiller. Before that, I had it in syringes in an ice bath, both to protect it and chill it. My next ingredient is 12 grams of an orza syrup. Now, orza is an almond-based syrup that I made by taking 500 grams of almonds, 220 grams of sugar, and boiling it in a liter of water for 1 hour, and then straining it. I chose orgeat because almond is related to the same family as fruits as that stone fruit, that nectarine that you tasted in my espresso course. It's going to combine with the stone fruits note you tasted in my espresso to give us a new note of peach. My next ingredient is my milk course. I have here the exact same milk drink you just drank, and I'm going to add 1 gram of a 50% malic acid solution. This is going to separate the proteins, which I then strain through a paper filter. Now, this clarified cappuccino not only represents our movement towards more plant-based milks, but also the clear vision that we need when we pursue sustainability in our industry. Those caramel notes that you taste in my milk course will be there, but with increased clarity and a wonderful sparkling acidity. I'm going to add 35 grams. It's going to combine with the fruit notes of my espresso to give us a new note of sweet iced tea. Finally, I love the florality of this high humidity washed geisha. We lose some of that florality, however, when we roast for espresso. I'm going to reintroduce it today, judges, in a special way by making a coffee flower cloud, adding coffee flower water to dry ice. I made this water by taking 25 grams of dried coffee flour, 250 grams of water, and placing it in a tabletop distiller. This coffee flower cloud represents the cross-pollination of ideas between baristas like me and producers like the Lamastus family and the amazing things that can spark from that collaboration. It's going to act as a perfume on the cups, reintroducing florality to my drink, combining with the citrus notes of my espresso to give us a new note of orange blossom. Finally, judges, I'm going to blend all of it, and then I will give you drinking instructions and tasting notes. Now, judges, when you get the drink, do not evaluate it until after I've called time. Please swirl after each sip. So in the signature drink today, you will taste, or you smell, orange blossom. You will taste orange blossom, peach, and sweet iced tea. It has a creamy body and a long aftertaste of orange blossom. Now, judges, today I shared how the WBC sparked a passion in me that has changed my life and made coffee better. My journey has been a series of experiments to improve coffee. However, I believe that you do not need new innovations or techniques to have a place on this stage or to have your voice and opinion matter. What matters is that spark, that thing that makes us want to pursue coffee excellence. Coffee encompasses almost any field of research that might interest you, and we are surrounded by it in our daily lives. This means that there's a place in coffee for everyone where we can go and pursue that spark. Coffee has changed me, it can change you as well. And together with that spark, we can make coffee better together. Thank you. Time.
And that's Ben Pot, everyone! The last competitor of the day.